What's up and welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we're headed to my good friend Justin Brown's house to pick up 5 baby Nile crocodiles. Now I'm absolutely stoked to add 5 more Niles to my collection, which will bring it to 8 Nile crocodiles in my collection. Now my good friend Justin Brown has one of the largest private collections of crocodiles in the state of Florida. He has everything from African slender snouts, Cuban crocodiles, Chinese gators, morlets, a big pair of Nile. This guy has absolutely everything. So we're gonna head to Justin's, me and my boy Patrick. We're gonna get those Niles and we'll meet you guys when we get back here. And the Nile crocodiles are here. Me and my buddy Patrick drove all the way to Tampa, Florida to pick up these bad boys for my buddy Justin Brown. Have a quick look at these beautiful babies. These are East African Nile crocodiles. Now in here we actually have 5 of these beautiful little babies produced by my buddy Justin from his beautiful pair. They can tell they're East African Nile crocodiles because they have that telltale sign of those yellow eyes. But these guys, we're going to try to raise them and grow them as fast as we possibly can and hopefully move them over to the new property. But look at that. All right, y'all. We got back here late last night, but today is Sunday, so Sunday is our cleaning day. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to clean the Yukari Cayman's enclosure. We're also going to clean these 2 enclosures and give everybody a nice little feed today. So let's go ahead. We're going to give some chicken to the Yukari Cayman. We're going to give some crickets to the babies over there, and all these other guys will be getting some crocodile. And we do have some chicken gizzards as well. But as you can see, our Diamond Cayman is nice and hungry, so let's go ahead and give her a feed. Look at this. Now our Diamond Cayman has finally warmed up. Woo! And she's just taking food right out of the tongs. Look at that. Such a beautiful animal, dude. Oh my gosh. I love crocs. Now she downed that piece of chicken. Let's go ahead and give her one more. Now chicken isn't the ideal food source. You want to feed your crocodilians for their whole entire life, but feeding them chicken just once a month or a couple times a month isn't going to be bad for them. Now this girl was raised on chicken, so it's really what she's used to eating. She doesn't eat croc chow. She really doesn't eat fish. She doesn't eat anything other than chickens. No, no, no. Beautiful girl. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Now it's been about a week since we got those baby Nile crocodiles, and they have absolutely destroyed their tank. Now most of this is actually just croc chow that floated to the bottom, but what we're going to do, we're going to take these little Niles out, throw them in the bin, and we're going to go ahead and clean their tank. Tomorrow we're going to go ahead and get it filtered. That way we don't have to worry about their water getting murky like this. All right, guys, come on. All right. Look at these crocs. Now you guys can see we got a bunch of, just a ton of croc chow in the bottom in here. But these little crocodiles, you really want to feed these guys a ton. Now anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week. Now baby animals, just like these Nile crocodiles, need to eat a lot. And when they get bigger, they can go up to 1 month and up to 1 year without eating food. But little guys like this, they need lots of protein and lots of food. That way they can grow and turn into healthy crocodiles. All right, so we did get 5 of these. That's 1. Let's go ahead, grab number 2. Now, my buddy Justin Brown actually had 23 of these Nile crocodiles, and they are the true East African Niles. You can see from that crazy looking yellow eyes. And these little guys, I tried to pick out the 5 most lightest ones and the healthiest. So we pretty much got 5 of the nicest ones out of those 23 babies. And when I buy crocodilians, I try to pick out the nicest and the lightest ones specifically. So all these guys are really, really light. But in the future, when these guys start to age, as they grow, their colors will typically get lighter. Now you can see right now, their colors are just absolutely insane. Look at that. Now you take the light off, they look super dull. But once you put the light on them, look at how beautiful these guys are. Oh my gosh. All right, we got 2 more left in there. Let's go ahead and grab them. And the good thing about crocodiles this size is they really don't bite. Now you can see I'm grabbing all these crocs and none of them are going to bite. Most of them are very, very reluctant to bite, but they could in certain scenarios. Now, if you go ahead and you grab them, you pinch them, if you be rough with them, then they'll bite you. But typically, if you're nice and gentle, grab them right behind the neck, these guys are going to be relaxed if you're relaxed with them. Look at that. Now Niles, typically at the end of their tail, it turns to a solid black. Look at that. Now I have 5, 6, 7, 8 Nile crocodiles in my collection. And Mako, leave them alone. East African Nile crocodiles. Now you have the east, which is the bigger and the more pretty one, and you have the west, which is the smaller and the more dull colored one. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put a lid on these bad boys, that way they don't jump out, because even crocs this size will jump out of the bin. So we're gonna throw a lid on them, clean this cage, and we'll see you in the split of a second. All right, we got the tank all nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw the crocodile hide in there. Now this doubles as a hide for them to hide in, as well as a basking spot. Now only 2 to 3 are gonna bask at a time, so this little area is actually a perfect little size. Now a lot of people don't know, but Nile crocodiles are notoriously known for digging caves. So when you add little features like this, little tunnels and caves where they can go into, they're absolutely gonna utilize it, because in the wild, these guys would be digging and living in little caves. All right, now since we are out here in Florida, we do not need tank heaters. Now it's 96 degrees outside, which makes the water temperature an absolutely perfect ambient temperature. So we don't need a heater. The only thing we really need right now is a little filter. We actually just got the new enclosure for these guys. I'm gonna show you right after this. It's absolutely massive. So let's go ahead, 1, 2, so beautiful. There's actually one in here where he's got a break in the pattern. And you can see this guy has the bands going across his back. He has bands going all the way across his back, but this little guy has a break in his pattern. So this one right here is actually the lightest one, as well as my favorite. Look at that. A little beast. This species is also a man-eating species. They eat humans every single year in Africa. Such a cute little guy. Throw him in there. And then we'll go ahead, we'll get some water from the sink. Because I do have well water, we're just gonna turn it on hot. We're gonna give these guys some lukewarm water, but look at the eyes. The eyes on these Niles just glow. Now the other ones I've got in the past haven't had these crazy eyes, but true Nile crocodiles are known to have those crazy neon yellow eyes. So we know for a fact that these are pure bloodline of Nile crocodiles. This one's a little tank too. He is thick. Oh man. So right now we're really just feeding these guys dusted crickets and croc chow, because in the wild the majority of their food is going to be little insects and fish. So we're going to be giving them a lot of little fish, a lot of little minnows, a lot of croc chow, and a lot of crickets, and these guys should be huge in no time. Mako loves playing with the snakes and the crocs, don't you, boy? All right, let's go ahead and get some water in here, then show you guys that cage. All right, water's clean, crocs are happy. Look at that, 4 out of all 5 crocodiles are utilizing that little hide just to stay safe. All right, enough of these guys. Let's check out that new enclosure. Now this right here is the new enclosure. Now it's about 2 feet wide and it's literally 10 feet long. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think I may do a quarter of it land, the rest water, or I may do the whole thing water with some hides, either 1, 2, 3, or one skinny dry spot in the middle where they can come bask. So this is actually made for cattle. This is a couple $100 at the feed store, and this is what they would throw the food in for the cattle. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a drain right over here where this hole is. I'm gonna add another drain right over here and build a top out of 2x4s and some mesh. So when I have to drain this enclosure, I just bust the drain open. It'll drain down because it's elevated on this stand, and that's it. There's basically gonna be no maintenance. There's gonna be no shop vac sucking out water. We're just gonna pull a plug, let this puppy drain, and then about once a month we'll come in and we'll scrub it down. But how about that for an enclosure for 5 Nile crocodiles? Now I'm actually thinking about getting another 5, so hopefully we'll be raising up 10 baby Nile crocodiles in this enclosure. All right, guys, we're just going ahead and we're giving these guys some minnows and some croc chow. And look at that. They're devouring it. They love this stuff. We got like 2 of these other guys. They love minnows. They're just running around hunting minnows. But these guys are absolutely thriving. Now this is good because we have some very nutritious croc chow, and we have an enrichment tool, which is these minnows that these guys are going to chase around for probably the next 3 hours. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed seeing all these baby Nile crocodiles and want to see more crocodiles just like that, don't forget, like, comment, and the most important part, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.